Good morning. This is Reverend Annie Batchelder. I'm on Akashic channel. This is a live recording of a video done on Facebook on my Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness group page. This is the book I wrote called Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. It's a channeled book. My guides, the Akashic Beings of Light, did most of the chapters, but sometimes my guide Anubis chipped in, and also sometimes the great creatress herself came through and wrote some of the chapters. And we've had an interesting preparation for today. Smoothing the hair. I want to look good for you guys. I haven't managed to get a little makeup on since this morning show. I'm looking forward to talking to all those who decide to show up here on Facebook. And I'm going to open the Akashic Records of this group. That's what they're telling me to do. All right, so here is the prayer to open the Akashic Records for this group. Follow along and just be in the energy of these words. If you have some sensations or you feel something, that's great. If you don't worry about it. Turns out you can't screw it up, and neither can I. Thank God. All right. By the power of divine light within us, come, Holy Spirit, Spirit of light, Spirit of truth, for the highest good of all. Fill our hearts with divine love as we humbly ask permission to open the divine portal to the highest realm of the Akashic Records for those present at any and all times. Akashic beings of light, guide those present to the deepest truth of our being, releasing any blocks and restrictions to our abundance and highest good. Great Creatress, assist those present to fully embody their soul's light, to fulfill their soul's purposes, and to heal any accumulated karma. Surround those present with the enlightenment and wisdom of their masters, teachers, and loved ones. Clearly direct those present's perspective and action to those that manifest their divine plans. Akashic beings of light, guide those present to the deepest truth of our being, releasing any blocks and resistance to our abundance and highest good. Great Creatress, assist those present to fully embody our soul's light, to fulfill our soul's purposes, and to heal any accumulated karma. Surround those present with the enlightenment and wisdom of our masters, teachers, and loved ones. Clearly direct those present perspective and actions to those that manifest their divine plans, our divine plans. Akashic beings of light, guide those present to the deepest truth of our being, releasing any blocks and restrictions to our abundance and highest good. Great Creatress, assist those present to fully embody our soul's light, to fulfill our soul's purposes, and to heal any accumulated karma. Surround those present with the enlightenment and wisdom of our masters, teachers, and loved ones. Clearly direct our perspective and actions to those that manifest our divine plans. Free of all resistance, judgment, and fear. We are now filled with divine love, and the records are now open. It's always some action that happens while I'm doing the prayer, and a lot of influence of the great creatress, the divine, the source, all that is God, Goddess, however you want to put it. She really lights up and enables our ability to embody our soul's light. And our soul's light contains the consciousness of our soul and its purposes and the divine patterning that was included in our soul, that the divine created and impressed upon our souls, in which our souls invest in us that divine patterning. And so it's clear that we are fulfilling our soul's divine plan as we go along. But even that last phrase, we are now filled with divine love, and the records are now open. The divine love is just so, just blossoming in all of us. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to witness. I'm very glad to be part of that. And so let's see. Did any of you write in any questions here on the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness group page? Because that's what it's all about. I'm ready to take your questions. Good morning, Cassandra Ross. Do you have a question for me? It's all right to ask a question here. I would love to be able to be of service to you. Whatever is going to be helpful, I'm asking that to come through. You might like the recording that I did this morning on the 7:30 live on my personal page, Cassandra, and it's linking our self-will with divine will for us. And it's a great way to energize what we're trying to manifest, and to become very steady in divine light and in our soul's light. It's a pretty comprehensive exercise. And it's also in my book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. It's the last exercise in the book, called How Let's look it up and get it right. How to align self-will with divine will. So that was a really juicy exercise that we did this morning, and it's up on Facebook for 6 months. That's the way I set it up, because I like to leave them up there for a while. Sandra says, she says, thank you. I feel shy and would be open to what they want to say. Well, I understand that you feel shy. And let me assure you that whatever issues and troubles you might be having, or questions you might be having about your life, are also normal. Those questions happen for most people in this life. And so there's nothing wrong with you for having them, and it's perfectly fine that they're going on. I assure you that it is safe to ask your questions. I'm just going to look at your energy clairvoyantly, since you have made it possible to look at what the guides want to say to you. Greetings, Cassandra. It is our deepest honor to bestow extra grace upon you. It is clear that you have been working purposefully for the last 2 years and very intently this last couple of months on your own integrity, on your own centeredness, on rebirthing yourself as an individual and not necessarily merged quite so deeply with your partner, and really bringing forth your soul and your soul's purposes. Know, Cassandra, that as you progress on your path, you will find that your experiences will come to benefit you and others in great ways. We see a wave of energy coming over you and bringing forth the ability to lead and offer the experiences that you've had over the last 7 or 8 years in a way that is helpful to others and that maximizes your expression of your soul's purposes. Don't forget to dance. Don't forget to dance. You are a dancer. Move. Feel the energies in your body and use that dance to express it and to move the energy so that nothing gets stuck, so that everything is circulating freely. There you go. That's wonderful. Very good. Very good. And we would say to you that you are always safe and cared for, that your masters, teachers, and loved ones in your Akashic records are looking after you, surrounding you with their love and support and validation, that you are always accompanied by your masters, those beings of pure light that have been with you since the divine sparked your light into consciousness and into your soul. And your soul created you and chose you in this physical body with this particular personality and setting in this particular time in history to express your soul's purposes. And it is a mighty thing. You might be getting the sense that your soul's purposes are far grander than you had anticipated, far more powerful and wide-ranging. And everything that is healed, everything that is aligned with the divine and with your soul in this lifetime heals others. It adds to the vibration of love and consciousness that is available to humans on the planet Earth right now. It links you into the enormous volume of love and waves of light that have been reaching planet Earth over the last 14 years. It's powerful, is it not? It says quite a lot about you and about what's going on here on the planet. For you are seen and known, and it is a good thing. It's good to be loved, isn't it? Um, Yeah, thanks, she says. That's great. And since we have the records open for this group, we invite any others who may be shy, who may be reluctant to ask a question. But I assure you that every question has been asked by other humans before. And so your speaking up is an invitation to others to express themselves. And there is much going on and much available at this time for all to grow upon, to climb upon. It's almost like a rope net that one might see on a ship, an old wooden ship with sails, where you climbed up this rope net with squares of rope, and you can go hither, thither, and yon about the ship and move and climb and have some structure and some safety and some handholds and foot places for your security and to support you in this climb. The energy is that way right now. So much bounty available. And so, whatever it is you're looking to shed, to release, to let go of, let it fall off like dead skin cells. They just go off, they just fall off. They are cleansed off. Perhaps you scrub them off with an intense exfoliating scrub, remove the old energy. But as you make a choice in your heart of hearts, your spiritual heart, make a choice in your spiritual heart to release whatever it is that is ready to be released. And it goes, it just goes. It flies off. And in the process of releasing, it becomes butterfly-like. Because in the process of releasing, in you choosing to release whatever is ready to go, you give it freedom to return to the divine for recalibrating and reuse, restructuring. As we know, no energy is ever wasted. All right. And Cassandra says, advice on autoimmune issues, please. Well, in your case, your adrenals are highly depleted. And in that case, I would suggest you receiving some acupuncture. And I've been benefiting hugely from work with Dr. Barbara Custer in Mill Valley at East West Optimum Health. She is quite able to also order tests to find out the balance in your hormones or other tests that would be material to your restoring your well-being. It is a temptation for you, Cassandra, to retreat into illness. And while it is a reality, it is not a permanent structure. And as you work with this particular diagnosis, understand that no doctor will undiagnose you. You have to undiagnose yourself. And you may be asking yourself deeply within, am I ready to be well? Am I ready to be emotionally, mentally, and physically well so that I can embody my soul's purposes and express them appropriately on this planet? Now, it is going to be involving a change in diet. So no wheat, no flour, no coatings, no additions to foods that include wheat. Wheat will continue to tear up your digestive system. You must take probiotics with every meal, at least one probiotic with every meal. You should probably incorporate digestive enzymes in with that as well, to restore the activity of your gut. You'll probably need to take also some prebiotics, which is basically fiber that stays in the body, goes through the intestines the entire way, which is good for relieving constipation, and is also keeps the probiotics alive through the entire cycle of digestion, from the stomach, the mouth, the stomach, the upper intestines and lower intestines, all the way through. So the prebiotics help feed the probiotics so that there is the appropriate food to keep them alive. Now, the lack of proper digestive abilities and enzymes and life forms will cause an unruly negative consciousness to be overblown. So the avoidance of cane sugars, anything that is a simple sugar other than live fruit, would be wise to avoid, because that increases the yeast overgrowth that happens in an autoimmune body. And then the consciousness of the yeast begins to be the consciousness that you're most aware of, rather than you and who you are coming forth and being expressed. And you can also just say goodbye to this overgrowth, that this is something that you're ready to let go of. Say goodbye. Thank you for being here. I've hosted you for long enough, and it is no longer appropriate for me to do so. If you find that the autoimmune symptoms persist, fatigue, disruption of balance, even the disorder thinking, and this consciousness of the yeast overgrowth, if it persists, it might be time to look into biotic silver and taking a course of biotic silver for 6 weeks. I'll have to look that up on the internet. See here. Is there any other information that Cassandra needs for healing of autoimmune system? Okay, this is one of those places where you have to say, I am at choice here. I choose to do what causes wellness in my body. I choose to become well again, to be restored to complete wellness. And divine is in my corner. The divine is with me as I do so. You have to affirm that. And it is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. And it's going to take a certain amount of diligence and self-control. You know, am I going to eat this thing that's going to just add to the yeast overgrowth, or am I going to be drawn to the foods that encourage wellness? I think you should also be alert to over oxalating your body. Things like high oxalate foods like almonds and chia seeds. They may need to drop those down, especially if you're having some pain in the joints, something and things like that. Okay. Oxalates. Yeah. There's information on YouTube about high oxalate foods and changing your diet from high oxalate foods. So, Nora, good morning, sugar. She says, I feel blocked in my creativity. I'm not feeling confident being myself. You're still coming out of the treatment for breast cancer. You're still coming out of the cocooning that happens when one has a life-threatening illness. And that inward turning and that needing to really focus inwardly on being empowered to be healthy and to be restored to health. If there are prayers that you can find that affirm the divine is restoring your health as we speak, the divine is realigning you with your divine purpose and your soul's purposes in this world. Also, it's an age-related thing. Your center of yourself is shifting from that incredible self-will, that personal drive and direction that you've had that's directed your whole family to success and fulfillment and comfort and leadership. You know, this has led your family to a very good situation. And and that self-will can generate so much. But then you need to have divine will be the source of your direction and your leadership. And that so that you and the divine are in partnership together, executing your soul's purposes. And whatever updates need to take place right now. And they're going on right now as we speak. And it's no wonder that you're asking this. You know, I'm having a special through, I think it's August 23rd, on divine energy healings. And it might be a good time, Nora, for you to have one of those, possibly you too, Cassandra. Because they are really strong in realigning you with your soul and your connection, your innate connection with the divine, and so energetically potent and purposeful. And they're usually $204, but now they're $164 each. So through the 23rd of August, they're reduced in price. And so I can handle that on with you personally, one-on-one about that as needed. Let's see. Divine Energy Healing Special 164. Yeah, until August 24th. Okay. I thought it was August 23rd, but 24th is fine. So acupuncture of Dr. Barbara Custer, Dr. Barbara Custer at East West Optimum Health in Mill Valley. I'm ready emotionally, physically, and spiritually to be well. No wheat, no, not flower as in the flowers that blossom, FLOUR. I want to correct that. No wheat, no flour, no coatings. Probiotic with every meal, and add some prebiotic fiber into your diet, and some digestive enzymes, to no simple sugars other than live fruit, fresh fruit. And that's to heal yeast, say goodbye to them. Biotic silver for 6 weeks must say, I'm at choice here. I do what causes wellness in my body. I affirm that. Diligence and self-control. Food encourages wellness. Careful not to over oxalate. Thank you. She summarized that quite well. So I would just change that wording about no, it's not no flower, because I love flowers and the energy of flowers that bloom and have great scent. I think those are highly healing. But flour as in wheat flour, flour that's used in breads and danishes and a lot so forth. You could probably eat rye. Beware of corn for you, Cassandra. That's it's just too sweet, and it's one of the most GMO'd foods. Corn, wheat, and soy are the 3 highest GMO foods on the planet, and so they've been warped out of proper structure. Mankind has manhandled them, and that's not good. And also, just so that you all know, the pesticides we use on wheat kill off the digestive systems of the pests that eat the wheat, and then we eat the wheat, and that kills off our digestive system. So we are killed by our own pesticides, and we can't do that anymore. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. So let's see. Nora. Oh, I'm Nora's mom. Hi. Hi, Nora's mom. Okay, it's kind of tricky since you both have the same name. Well, I so am happy to hear from you, but I think some of this digestive advice is relevant for you as well, Mrs. Nora, Mother Nora. Um, and there in you, Mother Nora, I see you pulling your energy up and out of your body. Like you're not bringing your whole energy all the way in down to the base of your spine. And from there, you might have to pause about the base of your spine, around the hips, bring your energy down there and kind of anchor it there, and then bring it down through your legs and all the way into your feet. And then open the bottoms of your feet as if there were trap doors, and your energy can go through the feet into the balance point of Mother Earth. Yes. And feel that. Now, this also is a form of embodying your soul's light. So that aligns your physical body with your soul. We can get a little out of whack, we get out of alignment. It's like our soul's here and our physical body's here, but this chakra's over there and this chakra's over here. Things need to be brought into smooth and creamy, fluid alignment all the way down from our crown, down our spine, into the base of our spine. Marco, if you're listening, would you do the 2 managerial tasks that are being signaled here? I think some people want to get in. That would be helpful. Okay, and now Nora, you can think of yourself as an old woman, but don't restrict your body from your life force energy. You still are here and you are still a powerful force and you are still highly useful to yourself and to others and to the hearts that you touch. And I know that you are important in your world and with your family. And I want to encourage you not to be afraid to continue to be important in that way. Sorry, trying to get things to look right here. um, you're not done yet, Mother Nora. You're not done yet. And we need on this planet the wisdom of elders. You know, I'm now 66, and it's like there's a settling of our wisdom and a refinement of our wisdom. And it's quite important that we embody that wisdom, and we have to be in our bodies to embody that wisdom and be of service to others. And it may be coming through in a way that that you say I statements. Well, when I was going through this what helped me, or I remember that process, and it included this, that, and the other thing. Use your wisdom, embody your wisdom, not like so much as a you should, because mostly that bounces off of people or causes resistance in others. But, you know, from an I statement, what empowered me in that situation, or what transpired in my life while I was in that state. It's important that you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, fill in the blanks. But really be the wisdom that you are. There's no shame in that. In fact, there's a lot of dignity in that. And you have plenty of dignity and you can share it. I just so love it that you're here, Mother Nora. That's great. I've missed you. I've missed you. Um, so let's see. She says, thank you, Annie. I'll do that. All you said is true. That's great. And Cassandra Ross made the corrections. And yes, careful of corn, wheat, and soy. Exactly. They're it, they're not they weren't what the divine invented or Mother Earth. That's not what she produced. And corn is really high sugar, and it's that would exacerbate a yeast overgrowth. Let's see, my friends, what are there other questions? I'm really looking forward to seeing those. I mean, is there something that wasn't understood? I can flesh them out for you. Please let me know. A good session, very good session. Mother Nora, will you say hello to your daughter, Nora, for me? And perhaps have her watch this video because there was some good information for her in there. Thank you for representing her in there, as well as yourself. And spread the dignity. Everybody, dignity is good for everybody. It's not pride. It's dignity is I'm comfortable embodying myself because that's who I am. It's not ego. It's really settling into a comfortability This is who I am, and I accept myself 100%. And that's a good thing for Cassandra Ross to do as well. That I accept myself and the process that I am now in absolutely 100% totally, wholly, and completely. Let's see. Mother Nora says, most of the time my sensation I'm not belong to this world. Well, you don't. None of us do. We're souls having a physical experience. But there's a certain amount of rejection of your physical experience that causes you to detach, possibly erroneously, perhaps a little bit too much from this world. And are you trying to prepare yourself for death? I don't see death as being real nearby for you. Um, But notice whether the sense of not belonging to this world has to do with a certain personal rejection of the world and the way it is, or trying to defend yourself against hurts or harms, or to you or others. I mean, the politics of this period of time is a little dicey, and I want to encourage you to be who you are while you're here. Maximize your presence while you're here, because who you are and how you are is valuable to yourself and to your family and to your friends. Your purposes aren't all the way done. And but just notice if there's a feeling of rejection or resistance to being here. And it's fine to meditate and, travel, surf the starry skies, go to different planets, go back to the soul realm for information and restoration and revitalization of your soul and your soul's purposes through this body. But you're still in the body, so you got to love the body, you got to take care of the body, you got to express the body still, and use the body as your form of expression. But I statements, using the word I am, or I found, or it has been my experience, those kinds of statements, that will be great ways for expressing yourself. Thank you, Nora, for passing my love on to your daughter. I'm grateful. The divine healing for my daughter today. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. And you're such a wonderful grandmother. You're, you are such a wonderful grandmother. You know, you count. You've helped so much with the family. So, you know, there's in Al-Anon, there's a saying, there's detachment and then there's amputation. you know when they say detach from others or something, or detach from my attachments, um it's detachment is a little softer, a little more loving. It's not so whack, cut it off, reject it, throw it out. It's I don't want it, in that kind of thing. It's not resistance, it's not rejection. There's that expand to include feeling, and again, that my guides love to say. And all the posts on this group page are on these expand to include backgrounds. And there's a reason for that, because the more that I can expand to include, the less I'm resisting, which is a lot of physical energy trying not to have things be a certain way. And the more I'm actually accepting, I'm allowing myself to be bigger than resistance. I'm allowing myself to be bigger than those who reject me. And it allows me to come from more soul or divine love and acceptance and inclusion. For, the divine does not reject anyone. Everyone is eligible for forgiveness, for restoration, for realignment with divine and divine love. Everyone is eligible, every one of us. And even the ones that we find most disturbing, even those. So I think it's time for me to close the records. I think we've completed today's session. You have all been wonderful. It is such a rich experience for me to be able to help you all and be in the energy and the soul purposes that I have to express in this life. All right, here's the closing prayer. We thank the great creatress and her Holy Spirit for love, protection, and healing received this day. We thank the Akashic beings of light for guidance, and we thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for the wisdom and direction. The divine portal and the Akashic records are now closed. Amen, amen, amen. The last thing I'll do is I'm going to put links in the comments so that you can order my book either in print or in as an audio book. I like the audiobook myself because you can use, there's 13 guided processes in the audiobook, along with about 5 different prayers and affirmations. And being able to close your eyes and be in your experience and be led through these prayers and affirmations and these energetic exercises in your open Akashic records is very, very empowering, and will help you to fully experience what's available to you in your own Akashic records, which you learn how to open in chapter 2. You got to read chapter 2 so that you can do all the rest of it, because that's the fundamental thing that happens in this book, so that you open your Akashic records. But anyway, I'll put those in the comments. I'll put the links on where you can buy the audiobook and the text and paperback. I love you all. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm not sure that one. I don't think that one did it. I gotta fix that one. All right. Thank you. All right, let's close Zoom and get this up on the YouTube channel. Let me know how you like this process and this experience. Hopefully it was helpful to you.